Wow. We are loaded. Let's grab all of the fertilizer. I think that's going to be more than enough. We got the oil. Cool. We just passively got 85 oil and 36 fertilizer. Now that we have this oil and fertilizer, we're going to go ahead and plant the other crops. So we already have the carrot seeds planted, I believe. So we're going to plant one of this. This is the lemon. We've got this, the long grass, which is corn, and savo root, which is potatoes. So harvesting bonus plus 20% off. You know what? Oh wow, look at that. We got some carrots already. Nice. I'm gonna leave those in there because they actually do last longer when you keep them in the crop plot. See here, it's got 13 hours, 8 minutes as the spoil time. Well, this one's got 14 hours, 50 minutes. But if you take it out of the crop plot, I guess because like once you detach it from the stem, look at that, spoil time in my inventory is 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Let's place it in here. Spoil time in here is 42 minutes. So they last a lot longer if you leave them in the crop plot. And hey, let me try to escape. Get back in there. Once you take them out of the crop plot, you cannot put them back. The only thing you can put in the crop plot is fertilizer and seeds. So yeah. It looks like the growth bonus goes down over time, as you can see, because this one's down to 20%. It says harvest bonus 20%. Oh, that's a harvest bonus. Interesting. Okay, so after you till the soil, you plant crops. The crops get a 30% growth bonus, but once they've grown, you get a 20% harvest bonus. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. So I've had this Bob's Tall Tale DLC for a while. I purchased it a while ago, but I haven't really used much from the DLC. I've got a few structures made from the DLC on my unofficial server, but I've never used the shovel for the crops. This is my first time knowing this stuff, so this is very interesting, very useful knowledge. Anyway, gonna plant the rest of my seeds here. I got the one for the corn, and put the fertilizer in there. Just waiting for that seed to go. There we go. And then we've got this one, the last one, potatoes. Boom. And just like that, all of our seeds are planted. And you can see that there's crops growing. So soon we'll have vegetables of all types. Okay, so not far from my base at all. Actually, our base is just over there. I'm on the other side of this water, and I notice that there's a diplo here. There's actually two diplos. There's one there and one there stuck in the rocks, whatever. But I'm gonna make use of these, and you'll see why in just a moment. First, let's get rid of these bugs. Anyway, I'm gonna make use of these, and the way you tame them is just by passively feeding them berries. You have to walk up to them and feed them berries, and you have to stay behind them the entire time, because if they see you feeding them berries, they're gonna these creatures are kind of annoying. They just like push you around if you get in their space. Well, I'm not gonna demonstrate it because I don't want to mess up what I'm doing right now. But basically, you can't let them see you. Can't be seen. But you just feed them berries um, while they're not paying attention. Actually, I just realized I have crops now. I'm gonna feed them carrots. Okay, so I'm back. I got my carrots. The one that's stuck in the rock here actually has a baby somewhere, which is also gonna be important. So I'm gonna take the baby as well, and I'll show you why eventually. But I'm gonna first go ahead and put this in the last slot of the hotbar. And I'm just gonna walk up. Can I feed it? Put taming food in. Ah, I think it only eats berries. Okay, well, never mind. People do not use crops for this. Let's go ahead and gather some berries then. I thought I could use crops. Dang, that's crazy. Alright, berries it is. Okay, so I got the Mijo berries. Also, there was just a random Rex egg laying on the ground. Not sure why. It's an unfertilized egg, which can be used in the consumable items, crafting consumable items. Um, so we'll preserve that. We'll keep that for another time when we may need it. It's very useful for making one of the better kibbles in the game. So if you find random eggs on the ground, creatures do lay eggs. If the creature that laid the egg is around and you take the egg, the creature will get territorial and start attacking you. But I mean, that's a Rex egg. It's going to attack you anyway. But even if like one of these passive creatures here was to lay an egg on the ground and I took it, it would immediately come after us. I don't know why this isn't working. I've got the berries. Oh, okay. Wow. Look at how slow that's going to take. So you can't use taming cake on passive tames. This is going to take a long time. I'm not going to record all that, but yeah. Alright, so I was trying to start taming both of these at the same time, but it's not working out. This one actually spotted me, and now it's pushing me around. This is what they do when they see you nearby. They'll just start pushing you. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't care anymore. But yeah, that's why you just have to not be seen. It doesn't attack. This creature doesn't deal damage to anything. Even if you tame it and try to attack something, it doesn't attack. It just pushes people around. Don't know why. It's weird. Okay, so I got them both going now. Not sure how long this is going to take, but we're going to see. Okay, changed my mind, like, really fast, because these things just seem to take way too long to tame. They're only going up 3% with a berry, and it says wait until they're hungry again, but I've been waiting like a while, and they're not even hungry, so I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these from my taming screen, and I'm just gonna go find like a Bronto or something to knock out and tame. That'll be much easier, and I can use the taming cakes and vegetables on Brontos. So I'll find a Bronto and maybe find a baby Bronto, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I found a level 10 Bronto here with the baby. That is definitely something we're gonna want. Looks like there was another one too. Or maybe not. Okay. So the level 10 might be the only one with the baby here. There's also a 25, a 20. I might kill this level 10 and just take the baby. Level 10 just seems like it'd be way too low for what I need it for. So I've decided that I'm just going to kill this level 10 Bronto and keep the baby for other purposes. And the good thing about an RG is it's strong enough to take on a low level Bronto like this. So we're going to kill it, and then I'm going to go claim the baby. And then I'm going to move on and try and find some higher level Brontos. I might have to fight these other ones too, because they're getting involved. Okay, so we took down one. The other ones got distracted by something else. So I'm going to go ahead and claim the level 10 baby. And we're going to keep that in cryo for now, till we need it again. Ouch. Okay, so I decided to come back to base and just tame these because I wasn't really finding much out there. So I'm just gonna stick with taming these. I'm just gonna have to wait around until they're hungry again. I just fed it a second time, so that's cool. And then also I just realized the thing says you can use inside the inventory of or while aiming at a taming dino for it to receive an affinity boost. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this in the last slot of my hotbar. I'm looking right at this guy and I'm gonna that didn't seem to work. How do you do this? It says while aiming. I mean, I'm aiming at it. How? Yeah, I don't know how this works at all. Maybe I just look directly at it and eat it. Did that work? It did nothing. I don't understand how this works because it didn't work. So now I'm confused. Well, I guess I can't use the taming cake because that's not making much sense. But I'm just going to go ahead and try and feed these things. Okay, so I was able to watch a video and um, check and see how to use the imprinting cake on the passive taming creatures, and it turns out I was doing it right. You do have to put it in your hotbar, the last slot, just like you're feeding them the berries, but you just have to be standing close enough. Apparently, I wasn't standing close enough, so I fed one cake. It's now at like 50 something percent, and yeah, it's coming along nicely. Taking so long, it's ridiculous. It's only gaining 2% every time I feed it. Like, bro. Okay, looks like this might be the last feed. Oh. Haha! Okay, look at that health. 6,460. That might do alright. So now that I have this, I'm going to place a saddle on it, and then we'll be able to continue on with some other things. Alright, so the reason why I was looking for a Diplo specifically is because I have this saddle right here. It's a Journeyman saddle. It's 38.9 armor, so it's a pretty good saddle. Also, if possible, I'm gonna try and tame a Karcha at some point, which is what I needed the baby Bronto for, because Karchas have a crazy taming method. You basically have to feed them dead babies that you've just killed, like fresh dead babies, in order to tame them. And the babies have to be a certain size. So a baby Bronto fits that very well because it's the biggest herbivore on the game. And, feeding a baby Bronto is definitely going to be a good choice. So that's what we're going to do there. And we've got a Giga Saddle as well. So if I can find one, I've already seen a couple so far through our playthrough, but I haven't been at a point to where I can tame one. If I can find another one, since I do have this Mastercraft bow now, I'm going to try and use the Mastercraft bow to knock one out and tame it. But that's going to be very tough because Gigas are crazy to keep asleep. I'm going to need a lot of narcotics. See how many we got here. Okay, we're doing all right. We might end up having enough. So yeah, I'm going to try and do all those things. Okay, now I've decided that I want to make a refrigerator, maybe two refrigerators, for keeping some things. Obviously, we've got our preserving bins going here, but I'm gonna remove one preserving bin and I think put 2 refrigerators right here. So I'll have 1 preserving bin, 2 refrigerators. That way we can keep things saved for a lot longer. The refrigerator basically saves things for even longer than the preserving bin. So it's like an upgraded version of the preserving bin. Only difference is the refrigerator doesn't make jerky over time. It just keeps things for a long time. So I'm gonna make that just so I can store like a bunch of this like raw meat and things like that just for longer periods of time, as well as the jerky. Um, Let me see, the jerky in here lasts 17 days, 17 hours. Okay, so I got quite a few things I want to make. So I'm gonna unlock the refrigerator, and I'm gonna unlock the industrial preserving bin. I think. Do I have enough to make this? This requires a lot of metal, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway because I should have the materials necessary, other than the metal, obviously. So I'm gonna unlock the industrial preserving bin if I can. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna try and craft those 2 things. It's gonna take a lot. I'm gonna get my Anki and go grab some metal, and we'll be back. Just realized I don't even have an Anki saddle. I don't believe. Nope. What about a blueprint? No. Okay. So gotta unlock the Anki saddle first. There we go. Metal fiber hide. Make this one in the smithy. We're missing fiber. Forget you can craft these things on the fly while on the back of an RG. I could have been crafting this while already like on my way to the mountain for some metal, but it's fine. So I'm gonna craft this, and then I'm gonna go grab some metal, some crystal, some obsidian, maybe even. Just seeing what my RG can carry, and then we'll be back. Came to the top of the mountain to grab some metal, and there is a level 40 female Carcharodontosaurus here. That could be very useful. Can't tame it yet because I obviously don't have the means to. I would need more Bronto babies or even some Rex babies. If I had some Rex babies or Bronto babies, we'd be able to tame it. But I've only got 1 right now, and that's not going to be enough. So I'm going to have to either go somewhere else for metal, or at the same time look around for any Bronto or Rex babies to see if I can kill their parents, claim the baby, and maybe bring the babies back here to get the Karcha tamed. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and look into all of those different avenues while I'm out here. Okay, so I came down the side of the mountain a bit, but I'm still here. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Anki around this area since there's still metal around here, in those rocks right there. So I'm gonna use the Anki there. Now, when you have an Anki, the only thing you want to level on the Anki is melee damage. I know I level melee on a lot of things, and that's just because the more melee you have on a creature, the more the creature gathers whenever it hits something. Ankis are especially good at gathering metal. So I'm going to have the RG follow me. Now I'm going to show you how well they gather. So boom, it just gathered 88 metal pieces from, or raw metal from that rock alone. Now I'm going to see how much I can gather with just my pickaxe. I'm probably going to gather more. Oh, nope, never mind. Okay, I gathered 36. And let's see what this one does. Oh, it's hitting something else. There it goes. It gathered 76 right there. Okay. And then once again, just going to show with my pickaxe. So that just gathered 76. I gathered 44. So it gathers on a much better rate than you can with your hand. And it does this only with metal because this thing is basically designed exactly for metal. If you'll notice as well, in my inventory, this metal weighs a lot. See, in my inventory, this metal weighs 244. It's literally one per one. And then in the Anki's inventory, still 244 metal, but it only weighs 36 pounds. So the Anki reduces the weight of metal like greatly. I believe it's like a 75% reduction or something like that. So the amount we can carry is much less than what the Anki can carry. The Anki carries it at a much better rate. The Anki also collects lots of flint from stone, and it can also collect obsidian. You might be better off collecting the obsidian by hand, though. I'm not sure. I only know that it's very good at collecting metal. So, yeah. Gonna go ahead and collect as much metal as I can with this thing. And the weight of the Anki isn't gonna matter because the RG is gonna be the one carrying all the weight in the end. Because we're just gonna use the RG like this to carry the Anki. And as long as the RG can carry, the Anki's weight doesn't really matter. So we can like overweigh this thing, and it just wouldn't matter because the RG is still going to be able to pick it up as long as we don't go over the RG's weight. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep gathering. And this is just its basic attack that we're doing, just pressing R2. As you can see, the Anki is overweight. The Anki is overweight, but the RG can still, well, if I can reach the RG. Nope, apparently not. There we go. All right, the RG can still carry the Anki. So it doesn't matter if your Anki is overweight or not. It doesn't matter how much weight is on the Anki. The only thing that matters on your Anki is that you boost up its melee damage. The more melee you boost on it, the more metal it's going to collect for you every time. And the way you move it around once it's overweight is just simply just having the RG carry it around. So you can just drop it right next to the metal nodes and do your attack. It has a wide attack range, so it might hit some other things, but that's fine. And just like that, it's collected some more metal. Let's see how much it has. It's got 540 pieces of raw metal right now. So we're just going to keep moving. Drop it down next to another one. And go again. Now it's got 600 metal. 600 raw metal is going to convert into 300 metal ingots in the forge. So we're just going to keep doing this. And the RG, I'm going to place all of its points into weight so that we can carry a lot more. So this thing can now almost carry 2,000 pounds. So now with the Anki being as weighed down as it is, let's see. The Anki's at 329 weight. The RG is only carrying 154, and that's mostly just meat. And it can carry 1,966 now. So we can pick this up and just keep moving, keep collecting metal as we go around. So I'm going to keep doing that until I get enough metal to craft the refrigerator and the industrial preserving bin, and then I'll return back with the video. So one thing I forgot to mention real quick is that to make things even easier on the RG, metal is the only thing that gets reduced weight in the Anki's inventory. But if you want, you can take the obsidian and the stone and you can place it in the inventory of the RG. And instead of 92, it now weighs 46. Instead of 50 with the stone, it now weighs 25. So you're creating even less weight on the RG by doing little things like that. And you can also just drop like wood or flint or thatch and all that stuff if you want. You don't have to carry all that back with you. But as of right now, I'm going to keep those things because I'm going to use all of that stuff. I'm going to make use of all that. So I'm going to keep everything that I'm getting here, and we're just going to keep going. Okay, so a Rex came out of nowhere. I was just gathering some metal and flint with the Yankee, and it scared the shit out of me with a giant roar. And then I noticed it has a baby. This Rex just delivered its baby right into our hands. It's only level 65. I say only level 65 like it's not a dangerous creature. But the great thing about having this RG is we can definitely take that. I'm going to leave my Anki right here. And the only reason I know I can take on this Rex is because my RG is such a high level. If you don't have a high level RG, I would not recommend. Level 75. Get out of here. But I'm going to kill that Rex, and I'm going to claim its baby, and I'm going to cryo it and take it back to base with me. So then we'll have 2 Rex babies. I think I need about 4 to tame a Karcha. I think you might need like 3, but I'm going to tame 4 just to be safe. So I'm going to need either 4 Rex babies or Bronto babies. So with this, we'll now have 1 Rex baby, 1 Bronto baby. So if we can just get 2 more giant babies, we'll be good. So I'm going to find the Rex. Don't know where it went, but I'm going to find it, get its baby, and then continue. Found the Rex. It's already weak from something. I don't know what, but it's a little bloody. So I'm going to go ahead and kill it, finish it off, and get the baby. It's attacking something that's stuck in the rocks. While it's distracted, we're going to use this to our advantage. There we go. And now to claim our prize. I know it's such a shame that we're claiming this amazing thing just so it can be a sacrifice to something. But the thing that it's going to be sacrificed to is even more amazing. So, got another point in weight. Now carry 2,000. Okay, so I just killed the party dodo. I don't know why I was up here on the mountain. It gave me an experience cake slice. And then what do I see? A level 120 female alpha raptor. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill that using the advantage of height, of course. Let's draw it on over. And once it gets over here, I'm just gonna keep hitting it from the heck. Just kind of glitched there. Once it comes over, I'm just gonna keep hitting it from the height advantage that I have until it dies. Look at that, it's not even gonna be able to get me. Okay, I got a hit in there. Alright, well, it's gonna get a couple hits in, sure, but because of how high I am on the hill, it's not gonna get me that much. So I'm just gonna keep going with this until it dies, and I'll cut to where I get the loot and things. The battle is still going on. Had to chase this thing around a little bit because it started like running from me. But now I've got it kind of like stuck. Oh, never mind, it's running again. And also, I need to eat the XP cake so we can gain additional XP when we kill this thing. I'm gonna follow it again. Okay, so my RG started taking a bit of a beating towards the end, but that is all right. We still got over 1,000 health, and of course this thing has its rapid regeneration, so just gonna let it heal up with that. When using the rapid regeneration, if you've got a corpse that you can hit more than once, it's best to let the rapid regeneration timer run down completely and then attack the corpse again so you get a reset of the rapid regeneration. If you just eat the corpse fully right off the bat, even if you attack it more than once, the reset or the regeneration timer doesn't increase, it just resets every time. So if you kill something big and you gotta attack it like 3 times to collect the corpse, it's just gonna reset to 20 each time you do it. So it's best to let the regeneration run the full 20 seconds, then hit the corpse again for another 20 seconds of rapid regeneration. And our RG gained 6 levels from that, so that's awesome. Gonna put all that into weight. 2,200 now is what we can carry, and I also got levels for myself, 2 levels. I'm putting that into health. And this also means our chibi has leveled up. Our chibi has gone to level 2. You can see our alpha XP, it says we have 30,000 out of 135,000 for it to go to level 3. So just gotta find and kill more alphas as we play through the game. Okay, so I've been gathering for quite a while. Got lots of stone on the RG. I didn't even realize, look at that. Look at that bow we got from killing that raptor. But yeah, I've been doing this for a while, and I just realized while looking at my weight, I'm at 1,200. We can carry 22. So we got about 1,000 pounds of weight left still, but we want to leave room to get back home. I do need crystal as well, so I'm going to gather some crystal. And to do that, I need to lure this Kartra like down the mountain or something so that I can collect the crystal. But I mean, at the same time, it's kind of distracted already, so I might not even have to lure it. Yeah, I don't even think I have to lure it. I could just come right over here. I'm gonna collect some crystal. We've got a cloud rolling in over the mountain though, so that's gonna be kind of annoying. It'll take away a lot of visibility. But I'm gonna collect some crystal with the rest of the weight that we have, and then we're gonna return to base. Alright. In case you wanted to know how well the Yankee can collect crystal, I'm concerned about that, Kartra. Let's test it out real quick. Okay. Oh, it looks like it's gathering quite a bit. Alright, so it appears you can use this not only for collecting metal and flint and stone and a bunch of other things, you can use it for collecting crystal as well. I'm going to keep an eye on that cartridge. It might be time to go. Nope, we're fine. It doesn't even know we're pushing it. We are pushing it. We're going to keep doing this. And I'll come back and let you know if I died or not. A bit of weight left. This is the crystal we've gathered. But I'm not gonna lie, every step that Kartra takes is scaring the bejeebies out of me. So, trying to keep a safe distance. The fear is so real. At any moment, that thing could come over here and mess us up big. One bite from that would probably kill me and both of my creatures here. So we are taking a huge risk. Now it's got so foggy that I can't even see. So I think it's time to go. I'm going to use the map so I can see which way I'm going. Okay. We've made it out of the cloud. Karch is still over there stomping around. We're going to return to base with everything we got. Alright, so I've made it back to base. I'm going to drop off my Anki here. I really should make it to where I put a cellar door on the roof so I can just like drop my Anki in, because the Anki is too wide to fit through the double door. So in order to get the metal that we've collected in the forges, I'm just gonna have to run back and forth. Actually, let me see. If I can face the Anki like towards the door, I would be able to get the metal in there just by like throwing it out. Nope, that's not it. So I got it to be dropped like this by the RG. And so now it's like right in front of the door. And if I just go into its inventory and throw out the metal like this, now it's all here in the base. I can pick all that up. We have 3,504 pieces of metal. And now I'm just going to throw it all back towards the forge because I cannot move. And then, boom. I have 2 forges now because I did make a second one before doing all this. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to split this up so that we can have this stuff cook as fast as possible. Going to split that and split this. So they both have the exact same amount of metal. 3,000 metal is going to cook about 1,500 metal ingots. So we're going to have quite a lot of metal now. And we did all that just from one metal run. So I'm going to use the angler gel that I have to go ahead and cook all the metal, if we have enough. I'm going to split this. It says that we have 2 hours, 24 minutes of fuel. So we're going to let those cook. And when we come back, we'll have a lot of metal available for our disposal. As well as we now have all this flint, which is also awesome because with the industrial preserving bin, it uses a lot of spark powder. It uses like 3 spark powder per jerky it makes instead of 1. Because if you go in the regular preserving bin here, go craft jerky, it uses 1 piece of cooked meat and 3. Oh, it uses 3 spark powders. Okay, never mind. Never mind what I was saying. It uses the same amount. I guess because the industrial preserving bin makes it so much faster, it just seems like it is burning through a lot. So I'm going to put this away. I'm going to unload the stone off the RG as well as the crystal and all the other stuff. And when I come back, I'll have lots of resources to use. We should have more than enough to be able to make a fridge and industrial preserving bin. And maybe even some other things. See if we can, yeah, kind of crawl our way into this door. Nice. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get all this out of here. And I'll be back. Okay. Let's check our dung beetles. Look at all the oil and fertilizer they've produced for me. Just got a stack of oil there. All of our crops have grown. Got carrots, got lemons, corn, and potatoes. We're ready to go. Okay, so when I last left off, I was cooking lots of metal. Dang, not much of that cooked at all. Jeez, I was hoping I came back and this would all be done. Uh, I mean, here's for wishful thinking, right? So now we're gonna have to put a bunch of metal in there. Let's go ahead and get these out. I'll put my water jar back on my hot bar. And I know that angler gel burns for quite a while, so I'm gonna need a lot of wood to replace like the amount of fuel the angler gel was providing. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 here. 3 hours, 20 minutes. Okay. I really wish that angler gel would have like completely cooked all of this stuff. That would have been great. But I mean, it is what it is. Pushing our luck with the weight here. Okay. About 420 metal. Swag. I also just realized I don't need this in the smithy. I don't know why I'm putting this stuff in the smithy. Our goal was to make a refrigerator and an industrial preserving bin. So the refrigerator is here. I'm going to need 120 metal, 10 electronics. I think I might make the industrial preserving bin first because it requires more. Yeah, 600 metal, 20 electronics. Okay. So I don't believe we have enough. Oh, yeah, we do. We got the metal. Okay, 600 metal. Maybe I should just. Can I just do like. Okay. Let's just throw this out. And I'm gonna grab it from there. Can't reach over. Okay. That's fine. Metal. Place it here. Turn on the fabricator. No fuel. Oh, right. We have to turn on the generator. LOL. Generator is on. Fabricator. Now let's see what we need. 200 polymer, 20 electronics, 60 cementing paste. There's some cementing paste, Oh, wow. We're not going to have any more electronics. We're going to have to make electronics. 200 polymer. Okay, this should be everything. Here we go. Here is our first industrial preserving bin. And we're going to make many more in the future. And then we go to electric. The refrigerator needs. We're going to have to craft some electronics. We need electronics and polymer. So you can craft electronics. You can craft them right here in the fabricator. There we go. And it is crafted with metal ingots and silica pearls. So we've got some metal in there already. I'm just going to put some silica pearls in now, which I should have them. Oh, yeah, they were there. Got some silica pearls. And now I'm just going to craft, I think I need like 10, so I'm going to craft 8. And we need the polymer. Okay, let's go structures, electric, and there we go. Our refrigerator. So both of these structures, the industrial preserving bin as well as the refrigerator, require power. All right, I did say I was gonna make 2 refrigerators. I just remembered. Structures, electric. I just need 10 more electronics. Okay. 5, 10. Okay. Now I'm gonna pick up this preserving bin and replace it with the refrigerator. Refrigerator is a lot larger than the preserving bin, as you can see. Trying to debate on how to place it. Gonna go into orbital camera mode so I can see. I want it placed that way. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah, forget it. So we're gonna have it like that. Let's make sure I can still access my other storage. Yep. Okay. So we've got that one. And we've got another one here. Let's turn that noisy thing off. Now the refrigerator has storage space of 80. Yep, there we go. So now we have 160 refrigerated slots. In order for the refrigerators to remain powered, you do have to leave the generator on, which means we're now going to have to start making more fuel for our generator. So let's start putting all this the items that can be refrigerated in here. As you can see, a lot of things here are going to be kept for longer. Let's see, the jerky in here, 165 days it's being kept for. It's a very long time. So the refrigerator is very good. However, the industrial preserving bin is even better for keeping things like meat, any meat items. So like any cooked meat, raw meat. Let's disable snapping, I guess. Any cooked meat, raw meat, any jerky, it'll be preserved for a lot longer in the industrial preserving bin. And as soon as I get this placed, I'll show you. And I just realized that it is nighttime, so I'm gonna go loot some drops. The reason I like to go loot drops at night is because they're more visible. During the day, you sometimes can't see the supply drop beams because it's already like so bright outside that you don't even recognize the beams. But at night, you can see the drops like all over the map. So I'm gonna go out and loot some supply drops, and I'll come back and continue this. And while we're out, all this wood will cook, so that's gonna be great. Also, real quick before we go out, I'm gonna show you how to make gasoline so that we can keep our generator running. So for gasoline, you need oil and hide. So here we go. I'm just gonna take like 6 stacks of hide. We've got like 3 stacks of oil. I'm just gonna take all the oil and use it because I mean we've got the dung beetles, they're producing oil. So game's lagging. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3 stacks of hide in there. 1, 2. No, I'm not gonna do that. Do 1.5. Whoops. Okay, so we've got 150 oil here. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. 3 stacks of hide, and then we're gonna put 150 oil here. We're gonna split this. Okay, so now 176. 176. Okay, so all the oil is split perfectly, and here we go. It's making our gasoline. So over time, just as the raw metal is being turned to metal ingots, the hide and oil will slowly be turned into gasoline. And it does all this simultaneously, so it will still make metal ingots as well as the gasoline together. So we're gonna go out, loot some drops, and when we come back, we'll have lots of resources to gather from here. Okay, so I found a baby Rex. Only problem is there's like 3 adult Rexes protecting it. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna lure them into the water, and hopefully like a megalodon or something kills them. That way I can claim the baby. And then, you know, I won't have to deal with these things. So I'm gonna try it, see what happens. You know, we'll see if something comes along. Because usually whenever you like have a dino splashing around in the water, something comes up and like tries to attack it or whatever. So I'm gonna like lure them into the water a little bit, see if I can get a shark or something to come kill them for me. So one of them just drowned. I'm not sure which one that was. The level 15. The level 40 is the parent. We need the level 40 to drown. And it just did. I'm going for the baby. Gotta hurry up before that baby drowns as well. Okay, cool. This was so easy. Hahaha. Let's go. Okay, now real quick, I'm gonna cryo this Rex baby and get out of here. Let's go. Easiest Rex tame ever. So that's the thing with land creatures. They cannot survive long in the water. Unless they're one of the creatures that are like kind of aquatic. There's like gators and like a baryonyx. There's like creatures that live in the swamp that are good on land and water. But Rexes are not a water creature, so they drown easy, and that's basically what just happened with those 2 Rexes. I lured them into the water and they drowned. Same with this one. If it stays in the water too long, it's soon going to drown. But those 2 drowned, and so the parent drowned, and I claimed the baby. And now we've got 3 babies that we can use in potential Karcher taming. Alright, so I'm back to base. Here is everything I got from drops. Nothing too impressive. I didn't find any really good drops on this night. I didn't find any gold or any red. Didn't even find any purples, I don't think. It was just blue drops mostly. I did get a blue with a ring, which gave me this metal spike wall. It gave me a metal water tank, and it gave me an ascendant Chalicotherium saddle. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I think I got this from that drop as well. A blueprint for some rifle ammo, which will be useful in the future. I got this nice Anki saddle, which is cool. I can put that on my Anki now. And we've got some metal cooked up, as well as some gasoline now. I gotta get some of this stuff in these storage boxes. So I'm gonna get sorted and then get back to what I was doing. Okay, so I gathered all my gasoline out of the forges, and this is how much I've got. With the gasoline we now have 15 days, 21 hours worth of fuel. And now I'm going to go ahead and get this industrial preserving bin placed down somewhere. And in order to do that, I'm going to craft some, I need a stone ceiling piece. Okay. Let's see where we can place this. Obviously not there, because we're going to cut off our ladder if we do that. So maybe right there. And let's just see if we can get this placed But it seems the only way I'm able to place it is like this. I wanted it to go like long ways, kind of across this wall, but it won't fit like that. So it's gonna go like this instead. We're gonna turn this thing on. Oh yeah, look at that. We got power. Now I'm gonna show you the difference between the industrial preserving bin and the refrigerator. Also, I should mention, because I have not mentioned this, the industrial preserving bin is a part of the Bob's Tall Tales DLC. You do have to purchase this in order to be able to craft the industrial preserving bin. Anything with the little face on it down here in the bottom corner is a part of the Bob's Tall Tales. So you have to unlock this at level 68, and you do have to have the Bob's Tall Tale DLC to use the industrial preserving bin. If you don't have the industrial preserving bin, then you just use your refrigerators. But the industrial preserving bin stores meat and meat items like jerky for a lot longer, and I'm going to show you how. Just by taking all of this, even the spoiled meat, oops, not that. Okay, so here's what we're left with. I'm gonna take that out of there. We don't need that in there anymore. So everything that's in here, honestly, I don't even need the preserving bin anymore now that I think about it. I just thought about that. Maybe if I could, nah, I was about to say I could probably fit a third refrigerator, but no, there's no way. So maybe I'll put a cryo fridge right here instead. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how long you can store meat items in there. But anyway, say we take this piece of raw meat here. In my inventory, it's 6 minutes. In the fridge, it's 11 hours. And then I'm going to show you up here in the industrial preserving bin. Industrial preserving bin, it's 13 hours. So it's only an additional 2 hours, but it does make a difference. Especially with the jerky as well. Jerky, it says in my hand, this would last a day, 17 hours, 41 minutes. In the refrigerator, it lasts 173 days. In the industrial preserving bin, it lasts 260 days. So that's a huge difference. Oh, whoops. Don't want to put that in there. That's not going to get any preserving boost. So we just put all the meat. Only meat items are preserved longer in the industrial preserving bin. It says store your perishables or cooked meat to make jerky. So you can also make jerky in here the same way you make jerky in the original preserving bin. You just put some spark powder and oil. So I'm going to put what I had in here, and it crafts it a lot faster than the regular preserving bin. So yeah. And also the difference between that and this is you don't need spark powder for the industrial preserving bin to run. You just need a power source, so a generator. Having the spark powder in there is just simply to make jerky. The rest of the stuff I'm going to put in the refrigerator. The green supply drop, and I got 2 slingshot blueprints. How crazy is that? Those could come in handy in the future, maybe. Also got a large crop plot. Got some crystal, 78 crystal from a green supply drop. That's pretty cool. Feeding trough and some keratin. But this is crazy.